All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I know I said that I was definitely done last week, but here we are. I'm Ellie Shoemaker, reporting to you live from Anderson, Canada. And we're just about here to hear the starters for Santa Fe Trail. Or no, Trail. There's like a sleigh back. All right, everyone. We're just about to get started here. Last time the Osage City Indians played the Santa Fe Trail Chargers, they lost. So it's kind of a toss-up for anyone because the very first time they played the Osage City Indians won. So they both got a win under their belt against their team. So I guess it'll be best 2 out of 3. Number 3 makes number 15 Campbell Salt and number 23 Washington. Targets the tip-off to pass to Crawford. Crawford to Spieth. Spieth to Shoemaker. Shoemaker drives up, passes it up to the outpost to Crawford. Crawford goes in the middle, goes up. His shot is blocked. Number 2, Houston gets it. And number 21, Washington goes up, but the shot's no good. Crawford gets the rebound. He brings it up the court, passes it to Boss. He attempts to hand it off to Spieth. It's knocked away by number 3, Gleason. She gets it on the side. 2, 3, first shot is good. Crawford takes the ball out and runs it for the Indians, and Spieth brings the ball to court. Passes to Shoemaker. Shoemaker passes it over the top to Spieth. Spieth goes to Shoemaker. Shoemaker dribbles around, back to Spieth. Spieth drives up, passes Crawford out on the far corner there. Pass it all the way across to Shoemaker. Shoemaker takes a 3. To Boss. Number 3, Paul takes another shot. That's 4 for her. She shoots the rebound to Jitters it up the court. Passes it to Shoemaker. Shoemaker passes it to Boss. Boss to Spies. Spies passes it back to Boss. Boss takes a 3. Her shot's good. Number 2, Goosing, bringing the ball up the court. She passes it to number 23, Washington. Washington goes up. Her shot's no good. Crawford gets the rebound. Passes it to Spies. Spies bringing that ball up the court. Passes it to Shoemaker. Shoemaker to Boss. Boss to Spies. Spies goes up. The shot doesn't go in. Stark almost gets the rebound, but it's thrown away by Washington. He passes it to Goosing. Goosing bringing the ball up the court. Goosing drives in, goes up. Her shot is good. Never her first point for the night. He brings the ball up the court for the Indians. Passes it to Boss. Boss takes yet another 3. This one misses everything. Clark bringing the ball up the court for the Chargers now. She passes it off to 21, Whitaker. Whitaker dumps it down to number 12, Heron. She passes it to Busing, or Clark. Clark takes it through. There's a tussle for the rebound at number 23. Washington gets it. She goes up, and the Indians call timeout with 4-8-3. Alright, everyone, and we're back. Crawford inbound the ball for the Indians. She passes it to Spies. Spies drives the ball up the court, looks to Shoemaker. Shoemaker passes it back to Spies. Spies dribbles around, passes it to Boss. Boss gets trapped in the corner by Washington and Busing. She passes it to the high post to Crawford. They call it travel. Oh, they call a foul on Clark. It's her first team foul. Spies to inbound the ball here for the Indians. She passes it all the way out to Boss. Boss returns it to Spies, and she just barely steps out of bounds there on Spies, so this is going to be Chargers ball. Substitution for the Indians, Georgia Kitzelman in the game, number 40 for number 33, Lexi Boss. Heron passes it inside to Busing. Busing bringing the ball up the court. She passes it to number 21, Whitaker. Whitaker attempts to go all the way to Clark. It's no good, and Crawford steals that pass away. Crawford brings the ball up the court before handing it off to Spies. Spies passes it to Shoemaker. Shoemaker dumps it down to Stark. Stark goes up, and his shot is good. Washington brings the ball up the court for the Chargers. Passes it to Busing. Busing drives inside and kicks it out to Whitaker. Whitaker throws it to Clark in the far corner. She takes a 3, but her shot's no good, and they call it foul. Crawford inbounds the ball to Spies. Spies passes it to Shoemaker. Shoemaker passes across the court to Spies. Spies dumps it to Shoemaker, who kicks it down to Crawford in the far corner. She passes it inside to Kitzelman. Kitzelman attempts to go down low, but it's no good. They call a foul on Kitzelman. Heron to inbound the ball here for the Chargers. She goes all the way almost to half court to number 21, Whitaker. Whitaker drives all the way inside and goes up for a layup, but her shot's no good. Crawford gets the rebound and passes it to Spies. Spies driving the ball up the court. She passes it to Georgia Kitzelman. She dumps it down low to Stark. Stark attempts to get it. She knocks it inside, and Crawford gets it. She goes up for a layup, but her shot is blocked. On the way up, Washington loses control of the ball. She barely gets it back. Washington's shot is blocked, as well as Herron's by Crawford. Kitzelman bringing the ball up the court. She passes it to Shoemaker. Shoemaker passes it inside to Stark, over the top. Stark to go up. They call it a foul. Substitution for the Chargers, number 4, Asia Banks in the game, as well as number 24, Hallie Smith. Kitzelman attempts to drive around defender Smith, and she travels. Substitution for the Indians, we've got Boss back in the game, as well as the other Kitzelman replacing her sister, and Boss replacing Shoemaker. Number 12, Herron inbounds the ball to number 23, Washington. Washington passes to Banks. Banks goes up. The Indians get the ball. Her shot's no good. Boss passes to Spies. Spies dribbles down. She passes it to the top to Kitzelman. Kitzelman drives over, passes to Boss. Boss passes to Spies. Although Busing gets a hand in there. Spies passes to Stark at the high post. She passes to Kitzelman, who passes to Boss. Boss passes inside to Crawford. She attempts to get it over to Spies, but the pass is stolen away by Busing. Busing's layup is good. Spies to bring the ball up the court. She kicks it out to Boss. Boss takes another three. Her shot's no good, misses everything. Herron gets the rebound, and she brings the ball up the court for the Chargers. She kicks it over to Banks. Banks loses control of the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Crawford inbounds the ball to Spies. Spies to Crawford. Crawford dribbles down, passes to Boss. Boss almost loses control of the ball. She recovers, though, passes it up to the top to Spies. Spies dribbles down, inside, kicks it out to Kitzelman. Kitzelman dribbles around, inside, attempting to look for a shot. She kicks it out to Spies. Spies dribbling around. Back to Boss. To Kitzelman in the far corner. Kitzelman dribbles inside. No shot. Passes outside to Boss. Boss goes cross-court to Spies. Spies dribbles down. Spies to Boss. To Kitzelman. To Stark. At the high post all the way to Boss. The Indians just really looking for a shot here. Spies dribbling in. To Boss. Boss to Spies. Spies dribbling all the way in. She attempts to go in, but the Boss is stolen away. And they call a foul on Stark. Number 12, Herron passes to number 21, Whitaker. Whitaker attempting to drive inside is blocked by the Indians, and Boss steals the pass away, passes it to Spies. Spies dribbles around Crawford's screen, passes it inside to Kitzelman. Kitzelman passes it outside to Boss. Boss passes it back. Boss to Spies. Spies dribbles in. She passes it to Kitzelman. Kitzelman for three. Her shot is good. Number 24, Smith takes it out, passes it inside to Herron. And Washington takes a shot there. Her shot's no good. Your final score for the first quarter, 10-8. right, your scores at the end of halftime. Stark, the Indians' top scorer is tied for 3 with Boss and Kitzelman both shooting a 3. As for Santa Fe Trail, it's tied between Busing and Clark with both 4. It's not an easy job, and less individuals want to officiate. Many officials choose to do this job because they love the game. As players, coaches, and spectators, we need to remember officials are working hard to make the right calls, and their work is essential. To Kansas High School activities, Jackson Hardy, a recent graduate from Columbus Unified High School, asks you to thank an official for the commitment and time to support student athletes. A message from the Kansas State High School Activities Association and OCHS Productions. All right, back to the game. Number 2, Busing dribbles the ball in. She passes it to Heron. Heron to Clark. Clark to number 21, Whitaker. Whitaker takes a 3. Her shot's no good. That's going to be an Osage City ball. Crawford inbounds the ball to Spies. Spies drives the ball up the court. The Indians now have their starters back in the game. Spies passes inside to Stark. Stark goes up. Her shot's no good. Ball's out on Santa Fe Trail, so that's going to be an Osage City ball. Spies to inbound the ball here. Oh, she attempts to pass to Boss. Boss attempts to pass to Shoemaker, and that pass is stolen right away by Heron. Heron makes a layup. Her shot's good, putting her in the game for points. Spies gets the rebound. She brings the ball up the court, passes it to Crawford. Crawford to Boss. Number 12, Heron knocks the ball out of bounds. We got number 3, Pitts in the game. Peyton Pitts for the Indians for Lexi Boss. Pitts to inbound the ball here for the Indians. She attempts to get it into Spies, but it's stolen away by Busing. Busing drives the ball up the court. She passes cross court to Whitaker. Whitaker passes to Busing. Busing to Clark. Clark dribbles around, attempts to pass to number 21, Whitaker, before she's fouled. And Peyton Pitts for the foul. Oh, I'm sorry, not Peyton Pitts. It'll be Sadie Shoemaker. Her first foul of the game. The team's second foul. First foul. Oh, my goodness. All right, Busing receives the ball on the inbound. She dribbles the ball up the court. Passes cross court to Whitaker. Whitaker hands off to Clark. Clark attempts to pass over the top. It's got Stark. Steals the pass away, passes it to Spies. Spies passes out to Pitts. Pitts to Shoemaker. Shoemaker to Stark. Stark to Spies. Spies drives around. She kicks it outside to Shoemaker. Shoemaker drives down low, passes it to Spies. Spies dribbles it all the way around until she meets the top. She passes it to Pitts, who returns it. She passes it all the way to Crawford at the high post. Crawford is trapped, and they do call a foul. Foul's on Whitaker. That'll be her first. Spies inbounds the ball to Shoemaker. Shoemaker takes a 3. It misses. Number 23, Washington gets the rebound. She brings the ball up the court. She goes on a breakaway layup. Her shot is good. That's her 4th point. Spies gets the rebound, brings the ball up the court, passes it to Crawford. Crawford goes cross court to Shoemaker. Shoemaker drives down low, looks inside to Stark. Stark goes up. Her shot's no good, but she gets her own rebound. And they call a jump ball. Possession Indians so they will take the ball out again. Speaks to take the ball out here for the Indians. She passes it to Crawford. Crawford passes it to Shoemaker. Shoemaker to Pitts. Pitts over to Speece. Speece takes a three. Her shot's no good. And on the backside, Whitaker gets the rebound. Whitaker drives the ball up the court, looking ahead to Busing. They call a foul on Shoemaker. That's her second. So Shoemaker is coming out, replaced by Georgia Kitzelman, number 40. The Chargers inbound the ball to number 12, Heron. Heron passes the ball to number 21, Whitaker. She takes a three. Her shot's no good. The ball goes out of bounds, so that'll be an Indians ball. Pitts out for the Indians. She's replaced by number 12, Julia Kitzelman. Crawford inbounds the ball to Speece, Speece brings the ball up the court. Passes it to Kitzelman. Kitzelman drives inside, kicks it out to Speece. Speece pulls up at the three-point line. Her shot's no good, but Crawford gets the rebound. She passes it to Kitzelman. Kitzelman goes up. Her shot's no good. And number 12, Heron gets the rebound. She passes it to Busing for the Chargers, who just dribbles the ball up the court. She passes it to number 23, Washington, at the top of the key, who kicks it off to Clark. Clark passes it to number 21, Whitaker. Whitaker drives inside, but it's stolen away. Speece brings the ball up the court. Passes it inside to Starks. Starks a little bit too far under the basket there. But it's an Indian ball. Number 4, Asia Banks back in the game for the Chargers. She replaces number 21, Whitaker. Number 40, Kitzelman. As well as number 24, Hallie Smith back in the game. Kitzelman inbounds the ball. She attempts to pass it inside to Speece, but Busing gets in front of her and just passes it outside though. Kitzelman to inbound the ball here. She passes it to Speece. Speece passes it to Crawford. Crawford passes it to Kitzelman. Kitzelman for three. Her shot's no good. And Houston gets the rebound. She looks ahead to Clark. Clark looks down low to Smith. The ball goes out of Smith's hands, so that'll be an Indian ball. Crawford to inbound the ball to Speece. Speece walks the ball up the court here. Passes it to Kitzelman. Kitzelman to Stark. Stark passes out to Speece. Speece cuts around, goes inside. She attempts to go up for a shot, but she's fouled. They called a foul on Smith. Speece's first shot is no good. Speece's second shot is good. Her first points of the night. Number 23, Washington inbounds the ball to Clark. Clark brings the ball up the court. She dribbles inside and back out. Passes it up to Washington. Washington returns it to Clark. Clark passes it over to Busing. Busing kicks it out to Banks, who returns it to Clark. Clark goes back to Banks. Banks dribbles inside, passes it to Washington. Washington down low to Smith. Smith's shot is no good, but Clark gets the rebound. But Washington gets the rebound. They call it a jump ball, so it'll be Chargers. Number 2, Busing inbounds the ball to Banks. Banks passes it to Clark. Clark for three. The shot is good. Spieth gets the rebound. She brings it up the court, passes it to Kitzelman. Kitzelman passes it inside to Stark. Stark goes cross court to the other Kitzelman. Kitzelman for three. Her shot's good. That's her second three tonight. Number 23, Washington inbounds the ball to Busing. Busing passes it to Clark. Clark passes it to Banks. Banks passes it to Busing. Busing pulls up at the three-point line. Her shot's no good. Crawford gets the rebound, ends up on the ground. They're going to call that a jump ball. Crawford to inbound the ball here for the Indians. She passes it to Spieth. Spieth is going to bring the ball off the court. She passes it to Crawford at the high post. Crawford dribbles around, kicks it out to Kitzelman. Kitzelman goes inside, dribbles inside. She attempts to do a shot, but they call it foul. Her shot's no good. But she will be shooting at the line. Kitzelman's first shot is no good. Number 23, Washington for the Chargers gets the rebound. She looks ahead, way far court ahead to Busing. Busing dribbles inside. And she attempts to go out for a layup, but I don't really know what happened. But she lost the ball and it went out of bounds. Crawford's going to inbound the ball here to Spieth. Attempts to go down to Crawford. It's no good, and they call a foul on Crawford, I believe. Yeah. That'll be Crawford's first foul tonight. And they call a timeout. What a game. All right, your high score for the OCHS City Indians so far is Kitzelman, number 4-6. She's had two threes tonight. As for Santa Fe Trail, their top scorer is number 3, Abigail Clark. She's got 7 points. Your current score is 17-12. Indians down by 5, and the Chargers up by 5. All right, they inbound the ball to Whitaker. Whitaker drives it up the court, passes it to Banks. Banks returns it to Whitaker. Whitaker drives down low, passes it out to Heron, who passes it to Busing. Busing takes a 3. Her shot is good. Spieth gets the rebound. She brings the ball up the court. Passed it to Crawford. Crawford drives inside. She goes up. Her shot's no good. Another call over the back on Stark. Your current score 20-12. Chargers. Washington inbounds the ball to Whitaker. Whitaker drives the ball up the court. She kicks it out to Banks. Banks to Whitaker. Whitaker goes cross court to Busing. Busing to Heron. Heron returns it back to Busing. Busing passes it to Whitaker passes it to Busing. She goes down low to Heron. Heron goes for 2. And her shot is good. That's her 4th point tonight. Spieth passes to Kitzelman. Kitzelman goes down low. She goes up for a layup. Kitzelman's shot is good. Those are her first points tonight. Washington gets the rebound. She passes it to Banks. Banks passes it. Attempts to pass inside to Heron, but He steals that pass away as it goes over Herring's head. Speaks to bring the ball up the court. You got just about a little bit over 10 seconds here. Speaks dribbles around Crawford's screen. She goes up, but the ball's knocked out of her hands. But since it was out on the Chargers, it's going to be the Indians' ball. They lob it inside to Crawford. She goes up, but her shot's no good. And that is the end of the first half. 22-14 for the Chargers. Engaging in sports and extracurricular activities is one way to explore your interests. It's hard to figure out what you like to do if you never try anything different. The more things you're interested in, the more options you'll have for choosing a career that excites you. Faith Bloom, a senior at Wetmore High School, asks you to step outside of your comfort zone and challenge yourself to try something new. A message from the Kansas State High School Activities Association and OCHS Productions. Once again, everyone, thank you for joining us. This is just the first half, so we'll be back here in just about 10 minutes. But I'm Ellie Shoemaker, and I'll see you soon. Alright everyone, and we have returned. We just got about 30 seconds before this game starts. But your current top scorers for Osage City is still number 12, Julia Kitzelman with 6 points. And for Santa Fe Trail, it's tied between Busing and Clark, both with 7. Your current score is 22-14. And now, since both teams have taken the court, let's get this second half started. Spies inbounds the ball to Shoemaker for the Indians. Shoemaker going to drive the ball up the court. She passes it to Spies. Spies passes it over to Shoemaker. Shoemaker pulls up at the three-point line. Her shot's no good, but Stark gets the rebound. She passes it to Boss. Boss passes to Shoemaker. Shoemaker to Boss. Boss to Shoemaker. Shoemaker attempts to pass to Spies, but it's stolen away by Busing. Busing's shot is no good. Boss gets the ball, she passes it to Spies. Spies brings the ball up the court. Passes it out to Shoemaker. Shoemaker drives inside. She goes up, but they call a foul. Her shot's no good, but they call a foul. The Shoemaker's going to be shooting. Foul is called on Clark. It's her second. Shoemaker's first shot is good. Shoemaker's second shot is short. Heron gets the rebound. Pass it off to Washington. Washington drives down. And they call a foul on Crawford. Crawford's second foul. Busing inbounds the ball to Whitaker. Whitaker passes it back to Busing. Busing to Heron, inside to Washington, out to Whitaker. Whitaker pulls up at the three-point line. Her shot is good. Spies brings the ball up the court, passes it to Shoemaker. Shoemaker passes it to Boss. Boss passes it to Shoemaker. Shoemaker looks over the top to Stark. Stark goes inside. Her shot's no good. Washington gets the rebound and she drives the ball up the court. She's blocked. She passes it out to Whitaker. Whitaker pulls up from the three-point line. Her shot's no good. Clark gets the rebound. She puts it back up. Her shot's no good. Heron gets the rebound. She attempts to pass it out to Busing. Her pass is good. And they call 3 seconds in the lane. Crawford to inbound the ball to Spies. Spies brings the ball up the court for the Indians. She passes it to Shoemaker. Shoemaker goes over the top to Spies. Spies passes it to Crawford. Crawford attempts to go inside to Boss. She barely makes it in there. Shoemaker goes up for a shot. Her shot's no good. It's off white though, so it'll be an Indian ball. Boss inbounds the ball to Shoemaker. Shoemaker passes the ball to Crawford. Crawford goes in between the defenders and puts up a shot. That'll be Crawford's first points for tonight. Your current score 25-17. Heron inbounds the ball for the Chargers. She passes it to Whitaker. Whitaker passes it to Clark. Clark pulls up at the three-point line. Her shot's no good. Stark gets the rebound. She passes it to Spies. Spies pushes the ball up the court. Passes it to Boss. Boss drives inside. And they call a foul. Excuse me. Spies inbound the ball for the Indians underneath the basket. She goes all the way to Boss. Boss has to go clear across half court. Trying to get it across court. She passes over the top to Spies. Barely gets it to Spies. Spies attempts to pass it inside to Crawford. And they call a foul on Shoemaker. Heron inbounds the ball for the Chargers to Washington. Washington to Clark. To Busing. Busing back to Washington. Washington drives inside. She goes up, her shot's no good. Whitaker takes a three. Her shot is good. 28-17 for the Chargers. Spieth driving the ball up the court now. She passes it to Shoemaker. Shoemaker to Spieth. Spieth back to Shoemaker. Shoemaker dribbles around, passes it to Boss. Boss to Shoemaker. Shoemaker to Spieth. Oh, timeout. All right, timeout called on the Chargers here. The swish of a basket, the excitement of a free throw, the roar of the crowds, all combined to remind us that state basketball championship games are only moments away. Sponsored by the Kansas State High School Activities Association, state championship playoffs will begin February 23rd and conclude with the final games on March 11th. 7 classifications, 14 state champions will furnish plenty of thrills and excitement. Attend the games and support your team with pride and sportsmanship during the final weeks of Kansas State High School basketball. Public service message from your Kansas State High School Activities Association and OCHS Productions. Alright, we're back to the game here. Spieth inbounds the ball to Boss for the Indians. Boss to Shoemaker. Shoemaker dribbles inside and back out. She passes it to Boss at the top of the key. Boss returns it to Shoemaker. Shoemaker to Boss to Stark. Stark goes to Shoemaker. Shoemaker pulls up from the free throw line. Her shot's no good. Washington gets a rebound. Passes it to Heron to Washington. Washington drives inside, down low, and they call a foul on that shot. Her shot's no good, but Washington will be shooting free throws. What do they call the foul? Call the foul on Stark. It'll be her second. Washington's first free throw is good. Substitution, Smith back in the game. Washington's second free throw is no good. Stark gets the rebound. We now have number 11, Schlater in the game. And number 3, Pitts as well. Stark has the ball now. She passes it out to Kitzelman to Pitts. Pitts to Kitzelman. Kitzelman to Spieth. Spieth pulls up at the three-point line. Her shot's no good. But as Washington attempts to get the rebound, she trips and falls. So it'll be a travel. They inbound the ball to Stark. Stark goes up. Her shot's no good. Washington gets the rebound. Washington drives the ball inside. She kicks it out to Schlater. Schlater pulls up at the three-point line, and her shot is good. Spieth drives the ball up the court. She goes inside. She goes up. Her shot just barely rolls out, but Stark goes up, and she is fouled on her shot. So Stark will be at the free throw line. Your current score 32-17 Chargers. Foul called on Washington. That's her second. Stark's first free throw is no good. Number 12, Heron, back in the game for the Chargers. Stark
Stark's second free throw is good, giving her 3 points tonight. Heron inbounds the ball to Banks for the Chargers. Banks pushes the ball up the court, passes it off to Schlater. Schlater passes it to Busing. Busing dribbles inside, kicks it out to Smith. Smith dribbles inside. Her shot's no good. And the ball, it was out on the Indians, so it'll be the Chargers' ball. Busing inbounds the ball to Heron, who passes it to Smith. Smith to Busing. Busing dribbles inside, kicks it out to Schlater. Schlater pulls up from the three-point line. Shot's no good, but Smith gets her own rebound. Heron gets the rebound. She passes it to Schlater. Schlater for three. Stark gets the rebound. Passes it to Spieth. Spieth bringing the ball up the court. Passes it to Kittelman. Kittelman to Spieth. Spieth to Kittelman. Kittelman drives inside, goes up. Her shot's good. Count the basket and one. Kittelman's going to be shooting one here. Substitution for the Chargers. Number 21, Whitaker, back in the game for Banks. Kittelman's first shot is no good, but her sister gets the rebound, just about, almost. Whitaker takes the ball. She passes it up court to Busing. Busing drives inside, but she's met with Osage City defenders. Number 12, Heron takes a shot. Her shot's no good. They're going to call over the back on Stark. That'll be Stark's third foul for the evening. Number 23, Washington, in the game for Heron. Busing to inbound the ball here. Passes it to Washington. Washington to Schlater. Schlater inside to Washington. Washington kicks it out over to Smith. Smith takes a three. Her shot's no good. Pitts gets the rebound. Pitts passes it to Spieth. Spieth looks ahead to Kittelman. Kittelman drives inside. Attempting to go down low here. She puts up a layup, but it's no good. Smith gets the rebound. She brings the ball up the court, passing it to Whitaker. Whitaker pushing all the way up the court, down low to the basket. She's stopped by defenders. They call a foul on Kittelman. And that's Kittelman's first. The score 32-20. Substitution, Stark out for Crawford, and Kittelman out for Boss. Georgia Kittelman, number 40, out for Boss. Busing to inbound the ball here. She inbounds it all the way to Clark at the top of the key, who passes it to Whitaker. Whitaker attempts to go inside to Washington. It's just about knocked away by Kittelman, but Whitaker takes a three, and this is everything. They save it, but Boss gets the rebound. She passes it to Pitts. Pitts pushes it up the court. Passes it to Spieth. Spieth passes it to Kittelman. Kittelman driving inside. She goes up. Her shot's no good. Washington gets a rebound. Washington looks ahead to Whitaker. She passes it to Busing. Busing over in the far corner, drives up and around, passes it to Washington. Washington to Whitaker. Whitaker to Smith. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Crawford, so it's going to be a Chargers ball. They call the Indians call a timeout. We got 42 seconds left in this quarter. Top scorer for the Indians is still Julia Kittelman, number 12, with 8 points. And your top scorer for Santa Fe Trail is still tied between number 2, Busing, and number 3, Clark. They both have 7 points. Hi guys, we're back. Busing to inbound the ball here. Passes it inside to Clark at the top of the key. Clark passes it to Whitaker. Whitaker passes it to Busing. Busing puts up a three. It's no good, but Washington gets the rebound underneath the basket, and they call a foul on Boss. That is only Boss's first foul, which is pretty uncharacteristic for her. So, number 23, Washington's first shot is good. Current score 33-20. Washington's second shot is good, bringing the score to 34-20. Spees gets the rebound. She brings the ball up the court and passes it to Crawford. We got just under 25 seconds here. Crawford kicks it out to Pitts. Pitts puts up a three. Her shot's no good. Whitaker bringing the ball up the court. She kicks it over to Busing. Busing puts it to Clark at the top of the key. Clark's shot is good. Spees to push the ball up the court. They got just under 2 seconds here. Kicking in to put up a three as the ball goes up. 37-20 here. Being an official in high school sports can be difficult. Let's make their job more enjoyable by respecting them on and off the playing field. One of the most important acts of gratitude is thanking your officials. After a sporting event, officials work hard to make sure they are doing their job correctly. Katie Harris, a recent graduate from Atchison High School, asks you to be respectful and thank the officials for their hard work because it shows what kind of player you are. A message from the Kansas State High School Activity Association and OCHS production. All right, number 12, Heron inbounds the ball to Busing. Clark now with the ball at the top of the key. She passes it to Washington. Shoemaker steals the ball from Washington, and Spees brings the ball up the court. Spees dribbles inside, kicks it out to Boss. Boss dribbles around for a little while. Back to Spees. Spees to Crawford. Crawford to Spees. Spees to Shoemaker. Shoemaker to Crawford. Crawford dribbles down low inside. She puts up a shot, and that's good. That'll be Crawford's fourth point. Washington brings the ball up the court for the Chargers. She passes it to Busing. Busing to Washington. Washington inside. She puts up a shot. Her shot's no good. Crawford gets the rebound, and Spees brings the ball up the court for the Indians. Spees dribbles inside. Her shot's no good. Stark gets the rebound, though. Stark puts up a shot. Her shot is good. That's 5 points for Stark. And Santa Fe Trail's going to call a timeout on that one. We got a minute here. Your top scorers as of right now for the Osage City Indians is still Julia Kitzelman with 8 points, and Santa Fe Trail has now passed the baton off to Clark. She's got 10 points. All right, we still got 22 seconds left here, but it looks like both teams are ready to go. It's going to be the Chargers' ball here. Washington inbounds the ball to Whitaker for the Chargers. She passed it back to Washington. Washington down low to Heron. Heron passes it right over the top of Busing's head. And they call backcourt. So it'll be the Indians' ball. Boss inbounds the ball to Spieth. Spieth dribbles inside, passes it to Shoemaker. Shoemaker goes inside, kicks it out to Boss. Boss hands it off to Shoemaker. Shoemaker dribbles inside, back to Boss. Boss to Shoemaker. Shoemaker to Crawford. Crawford dribbles right around, and they call foul. Spieth inbounds the ball to Stark. Stark to Shoemaker. Shoemaker gets it inside to Stark, right over the top there. Stark dribbles underneath the basket. She goes up. Her shot is blocked. Busing gets the rebound, or gets the ball. Busing passes ahead to Whitaker. Whitaker to Washington. Washington to Busing. Busing to Clark. Clark puts up a three. Her shot's no good. Boss gets the rebound. She passes it to Spieth. Spieth pushes the ball up the court. She goes all the way across to Shoemaker. Shoemaker puts up a three. This is everything, but they call a foul. Fouls on number 3, Clark, and that's her third. Shoemaker's first shot's no good. Shoemaker's second shot is no good. Shoemaker's third shot's no good. Washington gets a rebound. She goes inside to Crawford. Crawford blocks that shot. Her shot's no good. Crawford with the rebound there. She dribbles the ball up the court for a little while. Looking all the way ahead to Stark on a great Stark pass. Stark goes up, but her shot's blocked for another foul. Stark at the free throw line here. Number 23, Washington. That's the second Charger to have 3 fouls. Stark's first shot is no good. Stark's second shot is no good. Whitaker gets the ball. She brings the ball up the court. Passes it to Clark. Or to Busing, my bad. Busing to Heron. Heron to Whitaker. Stark knocks that pass out of the way, but in an attempt, Heron tries to catch it. Her shot, and she takes it out of bounds. That's going to be the Indians' ball. Crawford inbounds the ball to Spieth. Spieth passes it to Clark. Clark to Spieth. Spieth dribbles the ball down low. She goes up for a layup, and Spieth's shot is good. Washington brings the ball up the court. Passes it to Whitaker. Whitaker drives inside. Call block on Kitzelman, so that'll be a foul. Whitaker to shoot. Whitaker's first shot's no good. Kitzelman, or Stark gets the rebound. Passes it to Spieth. Spieth driving up the court. She dribbles around inside, attempting to go to Kitzelman, but it's knocked out of line. They pass it to Whitaker. Whitaker goes up. Her shot's no good. Boss gets the rebound. Almost. Busing gets it. Busing goes up. Busing's nice point. Spieth to drive the ball up the court. And they call it travel? Okay. Karen to inbound the ball here for the Chargers. She inbounds it to Busing. Busing driving the ball up the court. Slater almost knocked out of line by Spieth. Karen now with the ball. She attempts to pass it to Whitaker. They call a full timeout on the Chargers. The top scorers for the Indians, it's still Julia Kitzelman with 8 points. And still number 3 Clark with 10. Your current score is 39-26. Your current score is 39-26. Sorry, I just about lost my voice there for a second. Don't worry, I found it. Karen is going to inbound the ball here for the Chargers. She passes it to Washington. Washington drives down. She passes it to Whitaker. Whitaker drives inside. Her shot is good. That's going to be 8 points for Whitaker. Spieth drives the ball up the court. You got just under 3:30. Kitzelman puts up a 3. Her shot is good. Crawford, now Washington bringing the ball up the court. Pass it off to Whitaker, and they call a foul on Boss. It's going to be 18 foul. And it's going to be Lexi Boss' second. Oh, I'm sorry, they called it on Crawford. It's going to be Crawford's third foul. Sorry. Washington's first shot is good. Boss comes out. She's replaced by the other Kitzelman. Number 23, Washington's second shot is good. 9 points for Washington. Spieth brings the ball up the court, passes it to Crawford. Crawford to Kitzelman. Crawford drives the ball inside, passes it down low to Kitzelman. Kitzelman's second shot is good. They call another timeout. Crawford, that's going to be Crawford's 6th point for the night. And we're back. We just got under 3 minutes here left to play in this game. Your current score, 43-31. Karen to inbound the ball here for the Chargers. She goes all the way across the court to Washington. They call a trap. Oh, no, they did not. Did they? Oh, they did. They did call a travel. All right, well, that's going to be Indians' ball here. Crawford inbounds the ball to Spies. Spies to Kitzelman. Kitzelman drives inside. She goes up on a shot. Her shot's no good, but Star gets the rebound. That's it to Kitzelman. Kitzelman's her second attempt at a shot is good. That's going to be 10 points for Kitzelman. Heron inbounds the ball to Washington. Washington to Clark. Clark driving all the way inside. She passes it down low to Heron. They call a foul on Kitzelman. Heron's going to be shooting for the Chargers. Heron's first shot is good. Heron's second shot is good. Spies brings the ball up the court. She drives hard and fast. She passes it to Kitzelman. Kitzelman driving inside. She kicks it out to her sister, who pulls up at the three-point line. Her shot's no good, but Crawford gets the rebound. Her shot's no good either. Washington gets the rebound on that one. She drives up the court. Passes all the way across to Clark. Passes to Busing. Busing to Washington. Oh. They call a foul on the Indians. Washington's first shot, no good. Washington's second shot is good. 10 points for Washington. Kitzelman inbounds the ball to Spies. Spies to Crawford. Crawford drives all the way inside. She passes it to Spies. Spies puts up a three-point. Misses everything. That's going to be a Chargers ball. Washington is going to inbound the ball to Clark. Clark passes to Washington on her cut through. She passes to Heron. Heron to Washington. Washington to Whitaker. Whitaker to Busing. Ball's out on Santa Fe Trail. Crawford to inbound the ball to Spies. Spies to Boss. Boss to Kitzelman. Kitzelman goes up for two. Kitzelman's second shot. Kitzelman's shot is good. That's 12 points for Kitzelman. They call a foul on Kitzelman. 46-35 for the Chargers. Heron's first shot's no good. Heron's second shot's no good. Stark gets the rebound. She passes it to Spies. You got just about a minute left here. Spies to Crawford, or to Boss. And they call a foul on Heron. That's going to be Heron's second personal. Oh, I'm sorry, that's going to be Heron's fourth personal. I don't know how I got so off there. Brady's shaking his head at me. Ross's first free throw is no good. Washington gets the rebound. She drives the ball up the court. Kissman knocks the ball out of her hands. They call it a jump ball. Possession, the Indians. Just under 50 seconds left here. Crawford to inbound the ball to Spieth. Spieth to Kitzelman. Kitzelman pulls up at the three-point line. Her shot's no good. She misses everything. Gonna be a Chargers ball. Washington inbounds the ball to Clark, to Whitaker. Busing with the ball. She's just killing time. She passes it to Heron. Ball on number 12, Julia Kitzelman. That's her third. So Heron's gonna be at the line here. Heron's first shot's no good. Crawford coming out. She's replaced by Shoemaker. Heron's second free throw is no good. Shoemaker driving the ball up the court. We got just about 15 seconds left here. Shoemaker puts up a shot. Her shot's good. That's my little sister. Thanks for reminding me about that one, Andy. All right, so the Indians are going to take a full timeout here. Their current score, 46-37. All right, we got just about over 12 seconds left here. Smith inbounds the ball. It's knocked back out by Stark. I call it a Charger ball, though. Oh, sorry. Red ball. Spieth to inbound the ball here. She passes it to Shoemaker. Shoemaker passes it inside to Stark, who kicks it out to Spieth. Spieth for three. She misses everything. Smith gets the rebound. Indians on it down there. Washington to Schrader. And that's the end of the game there, folks. The score 46-37. Alright, well that is the OCHS City Girls' last game of the season. It's been a lot of fun getting to call them. It was a great game on both sides. Your scores, your final score was 46-37. Top scorer for the Indians was Julia Kitzelman for 12. And for Santa Fe Trail, it was a tie between number 3, Clark, and number 23, Washington, for both 10 points. So, thank you all for joining us. I'm Ellie Shoemaker from Anderson County, and we'll see you later.